get to the pick 'em. I brought this topic up, man. Let's talk a little bit about this Daniel Jones situation, man. We haven't really touched on it yet. We haven't really had the opportunity to touch on it, man. But the debacle out there in New York, it's just crazy. And you know, me personally, Joe, I think I'm feeling it the most because you know, Neighbors, bro.
Ooh.
Neighbors went from fantasy. He was killing first couple weeks. I'm like, this was a great pick. Yes, this was a sleeper pick. I had a couple trades, you know, a couple people offered me some, you know, some decent trade packages for him. I'm like, nah, not tradable. He untradeable. Now I'm like, oh, I should have accepted at least one of those trades. I should have accepted it, man. But I say I have to say, obviously he was released. You know, the whole situation been crazy. Joe, what's your take on the whole Daniel Jones situation and where you think he'll ultimately end up?
So when they were in that press conference,
yeah,
I ain't gonna talk in the first 3 quarters. I mean, what do you expect me to do?
right.
Spazzing. But yo, the New York Giants are just a disaster of an organization right now because of their GM.
Mm-hmm.
We all saw Hard Knocks. I mean, they picked the right time to put them dudes on Hard Knocks. We saw what happened. Saquon Barkley wanted to stay there. He wanted to be a Giant. No, the year before that, you paid Daniel Jones. We all were like, what? You paying Daniel Jones? He had a really good season. 15 touchdowns and 5 interceptions is good. What? How about the season Saquon Barkley had? Like, Saquon Barkley won those games, not Daniel Jones.
He was their offense that year, bro.
Yes.
He was their offense that year.
First time being healthy, and look what he did. He went crazy that year. You know, so you pay Daniel Jones, you don't pay Saquon, you put him on a franchise tag. Oh no, you didn't put him on a franchise tag. Yeah, Reese, he wants to be there so bad. He signs another contract, like a year, like it was like a 2 year or something, like a small contract just to stay there for another year. And then I was like, Saquon, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Then he wants to stay. He's talking to the GM. That don't work out. You let him walk. Not just walk, your biggest competitor who's down the street from you goes pick up Saquon. Daniel, you go get Malik Neighbors in the draft. I can only imagine how good Daniel Jones would be this year with Malik Neighbors and Saquon Barkley. But no, we would never see that experience. You said yourself, we cannot pay a running back. Basically, like you got to focus on surrounding the quarterback with weapons. That's what you said, the quarterback. And that same quarterback you want to focus on, you release him before the season is over, which is wild. So I think Brian Daboll also got to take some of this too. I don't think the play calling has been really good this year. You know, Brian Daboll got a lot of credit for when they made the playoffs, right? And he won coach in the year and that stuff. So he has to take some of the blame when these guys are losing also. You know? So where I think he's gonna go, I don't know, because they said there are like people are calling. They said teams are calling, and he's taking his time. Like I saw a post when they had the decision. I'm like, come on, y'all, this is a year. But
they gotta cut it out.
This is what I think he should do. Go to the 49ers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Sit behind Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
And the next year, look what Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold said being with the 49ers taught him so much, how to be a professional, how to prepare for games and stuff like that. And look at him now. They 9-2, AJ. When they lost to the Lions, and then they lost again, we were like, oh yeah, Sam Darnold is back. No, he's legit. Like they
playing well. Yep.
Like the Lions can't lose. The Lions, they put a lot of pressure on the Lions. The Lions keep winning. Mm-hmm. They like, oh, you better keep winning because we right behind y'all. And they play the Vikings in the last game of the season. That's gonna be interesting. But you might be rooting for the Vikings right there, so you can get the number 1 seed if possible. But I would say that though, 49, go to the 49ers. I think it's a whole disaster in there. I don't know if Shador will go there if the GM is still there. They're gonna have to get rid of everything if Shador is gonna go there. I think the owner is cool because the owner is trusting his GM, but you're gonna have to get a whole. You might have to hire DR. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So because you got pieces, I like Hyatt. You know what I mean? I like you got Malik Neighbors. You know, so they got the rookie running back. I forgot his name. The rookie running back who's playing well.
I'm blanking on his name
Tracy.
Tracy. Yep.
Got his last name, but you got
Wendell, another receiver. Wendell, 17. What's his name? Wendell something.
He's playing
Talking about who?
No,
No, not
no,
Hyatt.
no,
It
no,
wasn't
no, no,
Hyatt.
no,
It
no,
was
no, no, no.
it's another young
I know you're talking
receiver they
about.
got. He be low key balling too.
I had 13.
He be
I know
showing
you're talking about.
flashes.
I know you're talking about. I know you're
He be
talking
showing
about.
flashes.
I'll look him up when you talk. But yeah, Tracy from Purdue. You know, Carby know all CTC
Man,
calls.
yeah,
So,
he do. Right.
but I would say go to the 49ers. Go to the 49ers.
Me, bro, I'm looking at this whole situation. You kind of so you threw the team out there. I was gonna say, but I got some other ideas too, just in case, and I'll throw that out there at the end. But I just want to say, bro, the Giants are one of the worst organizations in the National Football League, bro. The way they ran Saquon out of the building, bro, was insane. That GM, I don't know why he still got a job. I don't know why they ain't let him go yet, Joe. That don't like seeing Saquon go crazy like this. And I want to give a shout out to them and the Tennessee Titans because it's like y'all give up on y'all players and send them to Philly, and they have career years. Like AJ Brown and Saquon, they just have career years in Philly. It's crazy, but the whole situation is stupid. The whole world was watching, and everyone knew. It seemed like everybody but the New York Giants organization knew what it really was. Saquon was the offense. Saquon was like 90-some% of the offense, bro. He was the offense. He was running wildcat, scoring touchdowns. Like, bro, and he was making Daniel Jones' job easier. Now, Daniel Jones did have moments, but his two biggest moments came against the Minnesota Vikings. And if you remember that year they made the playoffs, the Minnesota Vikings had one of the worst defenses in the league, bro.
Yeah.
But he would gash them up. He had his best games against them, and it just so happened they played in the playoffs. And they had played like a week or so before the start of the playoffs. So they was fresh. We just seen this team. They're not going to beat us twice. And Daniel Jones came out there and went crazy. Wendell Robinson. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of. But it just so happened that they met up again at the right time, and he went crazy. But then we see how he looked against Philly. If he played San Fran, he was going to look the same way against San Fran. If Dallas somehow was in position to play them, he was going to look like that again. The only team he really went crazy like that against is the Vikings. Now he had okay games, but he didn't show those flashes that will make you think we could take him, we could keep him over Saquon until he played the worst. I think they was literally the second to last defense in the league at the time. I had to go back and look, but I remember they were terrible that year.
They were one of the worst. You're right.
Yeah, they were horrible that year. So everybody knew it, and when they let Saquon go, I think them knowing, everybody knew for the most part from what I hear. I didn't know for sure. I thought it was like, Howie never goes and pays running backs. That was the narrative around Philly. But once they got the notion that he was going to Philly, you got to bring him back, bro. Mm-hmm. It's like what? So you got to deal with this man for the next, I don't know how many weeks. Y'all lucky that he just went crazy against the Rams. It masked the fact that he went for like 230 against y'all. Like it masked that game. But really, his other biggest game was against y'all, and he took it easy on y'all and didn't stay on the field to break his record. Couldn't say the same thing for the Rams, but he took it easy on y'all. So I think their organization is a mess. I think you could even make the argument they have not put Daniel Jones in the correct situation to succeed for real. Mm-hmm. I think you can make that argument, bro. I think they have killed this man's confidence. I think how they handled the situation, making him fourth string out of the blue, then practice squad, safety, all that, like, bro, like, sound like it seemed like it was some stuff under the radar that was going on that nobody knew about, but I respect the fact that they released him and gave him an opportunity to go somewhere else. If I'm Daniel Jones, I'm sure he realizes this right now, but if he don't realize it, I'm going to reiterate it. Go somewhere where you can be a backup and learn for a year. Go somewhere where you can be a backup. Don't try to go nowhere and be no starter. And what I would do is I would target the best offensive minds in the game. So you brought up the 49ers. Another team I would think about going to LA. I would think about going and seeing Sean McVay and getting that confidence from Sean McVay. I would think about going to Miami, and getting knowledge from Mike McDaniels, who has helped Tua get a ton of his confidence. Like, you need one of those coaches that's going to boost you up. Another team, Minnesota. And that might be the best situation for him, just for like a 1-year type of thing. Because I don't know what they're going to do with Sam Darnold next year. They really want to get this. They got McCarthy. So I know they want to get this young rookie in there, right? They got a great offensive coach over there who know what he's doing. And McCarthy, a rookie, he fresh off an injury. We don't know what his future holds, essentially. Mm-hmm. He's the future there. But ideally, you want to go to a situation where you can learn and you can have an opportunity, maybe, if the ball bounces the right way, you could play a little bit. Similar to, Baker Mayfield when I forgot I think it was Stafford that got hurt and Baker Mayfield had to come in for Stafford and we seen Baker have a couple moments here and there towards the end of the season for the Rams a few years ago before he went to Tampa. Like you need a situation like that. Go somewhere, sit behind a veteran quarterback, and just get your confidence. Because I don't think like we crack jokes about Daniel Jones. I call him Daniel Nichols because they call him Daniel Dimes. Like man, he Daniel Nichols, but he can play some like. He can play. He just needs to be in the right situation. I'm not saying he's gonna be elite, but put him in the right situation, bro. We seen him make the playoffs and win a playoff game, even though it was against the worst defense. But it happened. Put him in the right situation. Give him some good coaching. Give him a coach that know how to scheme it up and give him some easy throws. I think he'll be better. And I'm wishing him the best. I'm wishing him the best going forward, bro. Hey, I wouldn't be shocked if Philly tried to get him too. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be shocked, bro. I would not be shocked.
Saquon still talk. It's still cool.
Yeah.
It's funny. As you're talking, I get a notification. NBA star Kevin Durant says he is rooting for Daniel Jones after being cut. I like Daniel Jones. I want to see him get with a club that's going to let him play his game, and I want to see the Giants bounce back. But I think the 49ers. I like the Vikings option. I think the 49ers is if he wants to sit and go, I think that's the best option because they have a good organization, in my opinion. But if he wants to, I think every situation he's to sit though first. If he wants to sit and start sooner, go to Miami. I like the Miami move because Tua, man. I mean,
yeah,
his hair soft as cotton, so like he get like a concussion. I mean, I'm sorry, it is what it
is. Yeah, right.
I don't feel bad for Tua no more, bro. He came back. Like I don't feel bad for him.
Yeah.
So now, if he get hurt again, Daniel Jones right there.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is he a dual threat QB also.
And you got weapons. You got weapons over there that make your job easy, bro.
And a really good play caller.
And a really good play caller that's gonna again instill that confidence, bro. Like you need somebody that's gonna give him that confidence again, man. So yeah. That's what he gotta be looking. I'll be interested to know what teams are calling though.
Cause they said it was like 8 or 9 something like that. It was like a good amount of teams reaching out for him. I know the Dolphins reached out. I'm pretty sure they did. And the 49ers. I know they did.
Well,
look at the 49ers, bro. Like Brock Purdy's hurt right now.
It's always something with them with quarterbacks. It seemed like, bro. It seemed like, bro.
I remember I told Dave. I said, if Daniel Jones, this is when I wasn't a Brock Purdy fan. If Daniel Jones won the 49ers, he would be like Brock Purdy.
I know he was hot. Now. Right. I know he was hot about that one.
Yeah, he was. But it'd be funny if he go there and to take him to the playoffs.
Facts.
That'd be funny.
We got the